Yo, what is up, everybody? I'm trying to fix something. I guess it looks good. Hello. Alright. Saturday workout time. So let's see here. Where do we start out the old week one? And what have we been doing on Saturdays? Inverted supinated row, lat pull down, BFR, bicep plus tricep. Alright, let me eat about 30 and 215. What the hell? It was 20 before. Alright, let's update this log real quick. That's the gymflation right there. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna give it all of this. It should be a tempo. What do we want to work up to? We might start like a 310 to 315. And then whatever the back offs are. Inverted, supinated row. Oops. Lat pull down. BFR bicep slash tricep. And what would be our back off here? Yo, what's up, Zero? Reset to 7 at 210. That looks good. Tired as hell. Why are you tired, man? Alright, let's get things loaded up. You're up to 2 a.m. grinding Final Fantasy 9? Nice. Relatable. Alright, let's get going. Let's get going. We need to get this done so we can get the Resident Evil 9 playthrough started. I bought right before stream and started downloading it, so should be ready to go for us when we get done. Oh no. Our auto exposure is on, I guess. Let me fix that real quick. That looks like Dookie. Keep that and keep that. There we go. That should be better now. Pretty good, honestly, pretty good week of rest this week, so I feel pretty good. Feeling pretty good this week. All right, 205. All right. I'm excited to start some Resident Evil 9 today, actually. People have been saying some really good stuff about it. And when I went to buy it, I saw it was like 95% of the reviews. I have been convinced. Yo, what's up, Mike? I'm doing good. How are you doing? Welcome in. I got BD, a new staff that casts Doomsday and is a grind for XP accidentally cast it without knowing it. Kills everything, even the people in my party. What the fuck? That's crazy. I don't know if I have played 9 all the way through, actually. That sounds pretty wicked, though. Yeah, it is good. I just think that I was, like, pretty young and not quite as into gaming around those times. Did a lot of Chocobo stuff. I remember you saying that yesterday. Oh, we are feeling very, very focused today. Yeah, I'll be honest, even Resident Evil, it's been a while since I played a Resident Evil game. Should be interesting. It has been a while. I don't even know the last one I played. It had to have been giga old, like one on a PlayStation 2 or 3. For some reason, it just sounded like it would hit, you know? It's not generally like my go-to genre, but... And then, of course, you know, apparently it's been really good, so... Game good. Monkey brain happy. I'm not picky. From a, I guess, genre perspective. Alright, we got 245 coming up here. Chocograph. Treasure hunting in the Chocobo. Honestly, I need to get back to my Final Fantasy VII playthrough. Not like the old one, but the newest one. Yeah, shit. I don't know why that fell off for me. Like I've said many times before, I'm very much a routine kind of guy, right? So if I fall out of the routine of playing a game for a few days, there's a good chance that it just, you know, I don't pick it back up. I don't know why I'm putting on the juicer wrist straps already, but whatever. It kind of sounds like you're almost like 100%ing it, right? Like you're trying to do everything the game has to offer, huh? Man, for some reason I really just want to put 287 on. Call it a day, but we'll warm up. Nice and slow. Oh, okay. So you got caught rushing too much a bit. You had to backtrack. I see, I see. Now they're 55-60. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I like it, I don't know, Final Fantasy, which one is that now? 16? It was fun, but there was a lot of, like, side questy. There was a lot of side quest stuff. Not that it's a bad thing, but Man, like, I was like trying my best to do all the side quests, but then I was also like, man, I really want to see what happens in the story. 16 was pretty good. I enjoyed 16. 16 was pretty good. Alright, let's see. Alright. 265. I almost smacked my head right there. Yeah, we're feeling good. Did anybody else try out Marathon? On the Server Slam? I played off stream one day. We all played. Me, the homies. I don't know how to feel about it. That was kind of the general consensus too, I think. You weren't interested in trying it out? Yeah. Just a fan, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Super duper appreciate that. If you ever have any questions, comments, suggestions, feel free to drop them in the chat. So I just don't really like the aesthetic of it. I feel like it's like half-baked. Like whatever they're trying to do with the art style and design, it just feels like half-baked. I don't know. It's not. That being said, the gameplay and the gunplay felt really good. Like it was fun, but for me the aesthetic of the game is very off-putting. So it's like kind of a shame, I think. At the end of the day, I think it's tough because my brother even mentioned that too, is in the extraction shooter genre, there wasn't a lot of really good hits, right? It was always just Tarkov for the people that could stomach like that level of learning curve and everything. And then Arc Raiders came around, right? And then that was a banger. And it hasn't been that long since that came out. So like Marathon has like a much higher bar to try to reach. And at the end of the day, I think if Arc Raiders had a first-person mode, it would, I don't really think that Marathon would stand a chance. Not how it is right now. I think Arc Raiders is really fun and whatnot, but I do think that a lot of people wish that it was first person, you know, or that there was a first person mode. Which I think is like one of the things that Marathon has going for it. Arc Raiders is fun as hell, I'll be honest. But it's like obviously very, you know, it's pretty casual, you know. Which is not a bad thing by any means. Sometimes I just wish there was a little bit more, like, I guess, progression throughout the wipe. Okay, that was 287. I might just load up 315. Take kind of a bigger jump. Yeah, man, Arc Raiders is fun. I've tried getting into Tarkov every once in a while because some of my friends play it. And it's just too much, man. It's just too much. Like, I just don't feel like I should have to spend, like, an insane amount of hours before the game actually starts to feel good. And, like, I know what I'm doing. Like, we're talking probably thousands of hours. And like for me, I would like get on and try, you know, you try to build a gun and it's like you end up going in the raid and something doesn't work, right? Like some slide or some site, and I'm just like, what the hell, man? Like, could streamline this so much better for like people that don't know, man. I think that's where Arc Raiders comes in because it's a lot, you know, it's pretty easy, you know, for the most part. It tells you what attachments can go on what guns. It's pretty easy to get your loadout ready and get in. I feel like you would like Arc Raiders, Zero. You tried it though, it sounds like. No, you didn't at all. Oh, okay. Man. Good time, good time. Just watch gameplay. I gotcha. Alright guys, top set here. Oh, yeah. You're locked in for the Final Fantasy series. Alright, baby. Top set. Let's go. Control. There we go. Everything got in. Yeah, see, that's why it's just never gonna happen again. Never. Oh wait, I needed that. I definitely needed that plate. Whatever. It's freaking cold today. It's a bit chilly down here. Alright, so 215. I might actually go higher though. 205. What do I have? 210. We'll probably do 215. We're on 3 sets of 7. Feet up. On there. True. True. Alright, happy Saturday, everybody. Big Saturday. Big old Saturday. Let's see here. I might actually go, we might go 220 for the following sets. I feel like I've been kind of hanging out around the same weights on the Saturday session. Need to make sure I'm not sandbagging over here. But also, like I said, man, this week has been a good week of sleep. You know, feeling pretty good. Big sandbag. That was pretty easy. That was pretty easy. Alright, why the heck not? Ooh. That was a little pop right there. You guys ready for some Resident Evil 9 after this? No? No? Come on, man. Resident. True. Hopefully I can get it all finished up before Crimson Desert. Man, it's Resident Evil Crimson Desert, and it's gonna be a minute before we buy any games, man. Because that's like 2 back-to-back pretty much. But I can't pass up on these ones. After that, we'll probably get into the backlog. Because I do have some good ones that I bought on sales that I haven't gotten to yet. Like Stellar Blade I haven't played through yet. But wow, yeah. Man, it was funny. Me and my buddy really convinced our other friend that I was on WoW playing with him. That was some funny stuff. He was asking questions and everything like he's about to get it. Then we had to break it to him. I'm like, I don't want to make this dude buy the X-Pack. Man, it doesn't make my head hurt. Yep. They do. Wow, trash. Bingo. Bingo. Oh, better watch out, the WoW Crusade is about to come after you for that one. There it is. Alright, last bench set. Ooh. Top, what do you think? When Marathon comes out, do you think you'll buy it for the $40? I don't know, man. I don't know. It seemed like Justin really liked it, though. I think he probably liked it the most out of all of us. $40, huh, for Marathon. I just don't know. I think maybe I would hope that they make some changes before launch. It was fun the more we got into it. The graphical design is just so off-putting for me, man. I'm trying to like justify in my head, but I'm just like, It just feels, the art design, I think what I realized too is that maybe it just because the art design feels kind of half-baked. It feels like they went like half in on it. I don't know. The more I was thinking about it, the more I was like, is it that I don't like the art design, or that it just doesn't feel like they really went in on it? The people that still play WoW on the Epstein file, no cap. That's crazy. I don't know. Because, you know, obviously a lot of people are saying that it's like Cyberpunk, but it's not really, right? It's like in that direction, but it feels like they stopped midway. I don't know. I think if it was actually a lot more like looked like a cyberpunk-like look, I would like it more. But also, I do think the time to kill is like probably a smidge too fast. I think it's a little too fast right now. That being said, sure, we didn't have purple shields, but also, I mean, we're not going against people that have fully built, like, in-game guns either. I feel like it just evens it out. It's so fast. If somebody gets the jump on you, I doubt you're turning around and outplaying them. I doubt you're turning that around. Yeah, one clip, yeah, probably can, you know. If you're hitting them shots. That is the game you can go helmet down on, right? Like, if you see somebody, but your teammates aren't close, you don't even have to worry about it. Even in Arc Raiders, if you see somebody, you're like, okay, you're waiting for your team to catch up, and you're trying to 3-2-1 them, even if they are out in the open like that. In Marathon, you could straight run it down. You see somebody, you take the fact that you got the up on them, and you're probably just winning. I think I saw something like Nick Merckx was like, after playing Marathon all day, I can confidently say that I'll be back on Arc Raiders tomorrow. I think you either just love it or you hate it right now. Alright, so 2 more sets of some inverted supinated row. Got some lat pull down, a little bit of blood flow restriction, bicep, tricep. That'll wrap us up when we get there and get us warmed up for some Resident Evil 9, which I'm looking forward to. We're starting it today, it'll be fresh. I waited a few days to get some, you know, see some of the reviews rolling in. Make sure it's a banger. Yeah, cosplay, I don't care what he's talking about. I think Peanut liked it. But yeah, it's been pretty like mixed for sure. Either love it or you hate it. I don't even know who else. I will just occasionally on like Facebook and stuff get like some posts like that. I mean, I guess Shroud likes it. He's been playing it, but it's the new thing, right? So of course. Also, I don't think Shroud likes Arc Raiders as much because community. I guess the way that Shroud was kind of talking about it the other day is how the way it is, you know, we've talked about this too, right? If you're like avoiding fights and you're friendly, then you're gonna get more lobbies like that. The opposite, if you engage in a lot more, you know, gunfights, whatnot, you're gonna get those lobbies. And that's where, you know, the people that are always super duper like fighting all like that, they're generally like the ones where it's like they're saying the gamer words. And that like the people that engage in the PvP are the ones that are like super toxic. Just spamming words. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, there has been like a lot of stream sniping on our creators. I mean, what can you do? I guess. All right, one more inverted row set here. Then we get to do some machine stuff. I would like to finish my expedition. Did it open up already? I am not entirely sure. I'll probably play Resident Evil for maybe like a good 3-4 hours, and might just be a freaking Arc Raiders kind of night. Because I actually have a pretty decent amount of stuff to do for the expedition still, unfortunately. I need to be more at the beginning of like very like aggro on collecting all that stuff. I just don't care as much, man. I'm just generally like looking out, you know? Other people in the party are looting. Alright, I'm looking out, I'm watching a corner, I'm trying to listen. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yo, what's up, T2? What is up? Alright, we are going to swap up that secondary camera, get ready for some machine work. And I actually need to use the restroom really bad. That should be pretty good right there, right? Okay, not bad. Just finished your workout. Nice. What did you work out today? I'm gonna use the restroom while we think on that. Towel down here. Legs, nice. Some squats, some deadlifts. What do you do? What was the routine? All right, left pull down, baby, my favorite. That's not gonna work. Let's see, what will... This is our usual course of action, I think. Well, let's go ahead and do a little bit of that, a little bit of this. And load up. Couldn't remember if I unmuted or not. That would have been embarrassing. Still pretty light. We'll see how the next one down is. Squats, mostly stretches for PT purposes. I gotcha. Getting it in. That's a good patient right there. Getting those exercises in on the weekend. Man, it's nice and warm out today. Frick. I really wanted to get a walk in before the workout, like a little walk outside. Didn't quite get to it. Maybe I'll do that really fast after the workout. But man, like I said, we are going to get right into some Resident Evil. I don't know. I can't decide. So it's warm outside. I don't know that it's like incredibly sunny out right now though. Doesn't really look like it from down here. In the basement at least. Alright, that's a pretty challenging set of 12. Nice out. Some of the snow is melting. It snowed where you were at. That's crazy. It's been like, I think throughout the week it was decent, but then it kind of warmed up like yesterday and today. I don't think it would have been cold out necessarily enough to snow, you know, even if we did have any precipitation. So it's interesting to hear. Oh my goodness, are you in like Canada or something? Are you Canadian? Alright, let's see here. Connecticut. Okay. Cool, cool. Huh. We are feeling freaking pumped up. I'm so glad to have this machine. Honestly, even for the lat pull down alone. Because I love lat pull downs. So, oh. So nice. It just literally just does not take much in terms of like back exercise for me to just feel like I could fly, because my back is just, my lats are just pumped up. Grabbing some wings. Always do. Ooh. I guess we'll do the tricep first. Just a good, should be a good spot. So yeah, pretty good first week of the new block. I do think we're on to something. Oh, also, some of you guys know I've been having a lot of issues with sleep, and how I said it, you know, I think it's kind of maybe some nasal obstruction. Like, I know I have deviated septum, and just like, I think that's contributing to like worse sleep. And then also just like throughout the day too, you know, like when I'm working out, I'm doing like legs at the gym, and I'm doing like some heavy split squats. It's like, man, I'm winded after, and I feel like I shouldn't be. And it's not necessarily like an aerobic capacity kind of thing, just something different. Anyways, to get to the point, I sent an email to hopefully get a doctor's referral to the ENT to probably, you know, pursue something like getting a septoplasty done or something like that. Whatever is needed, I guess. But I'm assuming it'll probably be a septoplasty. Then, if that, you know, works as I think it will, man, we are so back. I just remember last summer I was really looking forward to training and like doing more hypertrophy stuff, but then I literally just like felt like a husk of what I once was, just because my sleep was so messed up. Now it's like not as bad as it was then, but you know, I'll have some weeks that are strung together that don't feel particularly very good. And I've kind of just wondered too, you know, I've always historically thought that I just had super duper bad allergies, which maybe, you know, of course I do have some allergy in some capacity. But does it feel worse? Is a lot more elevated just because, like, you know, my nasal, you know, my airways are just, they're just smaller, or they're just obstructed in some capacity, where doctors use first instinct is surgery. In my realm of things, you know, with like muscle and joint, you know, pain and injury, I would definitely agree with you, but deviated septum, there's not a lot of like conservative stuff you can do, right? If something's blocking something, well, they just gotta, you know, they gotta shave or do, I don't even know what it is, what it would necessarily entail. They just gotta get in there and fix things up. But definitely in the realm of like musculoskeletal pain and injury, I definitely agree with you there. Exploratory surgery, yeah. Well, I think at the minimum they'll do some sort of imaging to kind of check things out. My brother actually had his done because he'll be having the same thing. So, but also I think there's some like air sacs and alveolar sacs that are enlarged for him. So his will be maybe a bit more extensive. So I guess there's a lot of stuff they can check for, you know. Breathing exercises. Like diaphragmatic breathing, deep, slow breathing stuff. Yeah, for sure. For sure. You got to, you know, when you're lifting properly, that's how you should be lifting, you know? Help stabilize everything. Any that I would recommend? It kind of depends where the person is at. I think the starter, of course, would just to be lay flat with your knees bent, and then you just, you know, simply have one kind of lower stomach and one on your chest. And what you would want to do is essentially kind of, when you breathe in, the diaphragm should go down, and then you're really like filling up kind of the space in the lower abdomen. So you should have that bottom hand raise up a lot more than the top hand if you're doing it like quote unquote properly. So first step would be to get people used to doing that. You don't really want to progress them unless, you know, they can kind of do that first. Then from there, you know, it's a combination of different things. Actually, what might even be easier for some people is to actually raise the legs up. So it's almost like the legs would be up on the bench or a chair, and then they do that. And then from there, it's like stuff like dead bugs and whatnot. If you're that concerned about that type of stuff. But once you start getting into the dead bugs, that's not necessarily just, well, it is breathing exercise, but it's also like core, you know, core strengthening plus breathing. But some of that stuff can be a little bit on the overrated, overhyped, I think, personally. It can get to be, you know. Alright, let's see here. Turn that off, move that over. Alright, one more exercise. Anybody else working out today? What is everybody up to today? Working out, or honestly just enjoying the weather outside. I struggle with doing it unconsciously. Well, you know, most people will, for sure. That's pretty common. I think that's where it can kind of get carried away, right? Because, you know, some therapists might make you believe, like, you have to be doing it this way at all times for you to feel better. I think it can get kind of carried away a bit, I think. That being said, I do think there's a lot of value in working on stuff like that, like before bed, you know, because it's not just that you're working on that stuff, but it's also deep, slow breathing, which helps for like anxiety, you know, relaxation, which can be powerful like before bed. Alright guys, let's get this last exercise in. Where are we at? 106. Get this last exercise in so we can get things wrapped up and get set up for the Resident Evil playthrough start. It's been a lot of gotcha, right? So we're gonna mix it up with a nice single player AAA title that seems to be doing pretty good since the launch. When I bought it before stream, it was like 95% positive reviews. W workout and W workout stream too. Very good today, very good today. If anybody has any questions, comments, suggestions, drop them in the chat as always as well. Please do, please do. We will do, let's see that. We got 2 more sets, which I should get in right now as we speak. Of course, we got any new peeps, don't forget to smash that follow button for all things fitness, powerlifting, performance, pain, injury, rehab related topics, some game streams. Do a little bit of it all. Oh, is that? Okay, I do have it muted. I was like, thank goodness. Alright. Last one here. Man, I wanted to get going a little bit earlier, but that did not happen. good workout today. Yo, what's up, Mike? We are getting things finished up here. Bee-boo, bee-boo. Yep. Wrapping things up so we can get that Resident Evil playthrough going here. Alright, if anybody has any questions, comments, suggestions, drop them in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to get things wrapped up pretty quickly. So that I can get ready to start the Resident Evil playthrough. I don't know on this one. Should I have played previous ones to know what's going on in this one? That is, I'm not really sure on that. But it's not gonna happen, so I guess it is what it is, right? Not that they're bad games, just that we already full committed. I already bought it, I already downloaded it. It's waiting for us. Alright guys, I think that'll be it for the workout stream portion. Like I said, we're gonna have a pretty quick turnaround. Probably just gonna grab something to eat real quick, get things set up, and get started on some Resident Evil. So I'll be back live, very shortly. 15, 20, maybe tops. So hope to see you guys in there. If I don't, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Get some sun before it starts to get cold and rainy. And yeah, otherwise I'll see you on Monday for the next workout stream. Alright, thanks a ton, guys. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the chatting. Another really great workout stream. And peace.